Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Return's looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Hey, kill.
Off the play fake, hits Prescott. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Intended for the running back. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right, take it!
They motion the tight end over. 1st down, here's Dak. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 46, 46.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty. And that penalty is going to go ahead and put them right back where they started. It's 1st and 10 again.
Here we go.
Dak now from the gun. Oh, they were trying for Cooks, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Throwing from the gun here. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, sack.
Coming left is Tracy. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Lock to throw it. To the outside. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Play action, Prescott. Looking for a target. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
3rd and long, Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he missed it. It's no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ballgame.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
They go right back to Tracy. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. He throws a bullet deep to the right side.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
2nd and 10 now. He's trying another one deep. And that won't be brought in, but I love the deep shot there. Some excitement for us on our final play of the opening quarter. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at 3rd and still 10 here. Lock. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. A handoff to Tracy. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
From the 42. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Pass cut by Tracy. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll go left side with Tracy. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 3 on that game. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Running this with Tracy. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants pushing for points. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Locked down. He's got him. That's Tracy. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants earn the chance to tie before halftime. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'd be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Gano ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31.
Yeah! Here we go!
Plowing up the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, 47.
To throw is Prescott. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott here from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands. Couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
When you talk to kickers about kicking field goals of this length, they will tell you, Kate, you got to keep it a little lower and you got to drive it. But you still got to be accurate. Basically, all the pieces got to come together like they just did to hit from that distance.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. $19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it.
Let's go.
To throw, here's Locke. He fires one deep down the middle. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. So second down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing his lock. He's trying to go deep again. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Try to lateral, but it hits the turf. This ball is live. And they steal it back on the return. Well, partner, those halftime adjustments they had planned on offense. Hold on, let me just crack it open here and throw those right out the window.
That's such a bummer. You do spend those rapid minutes in the halftime locker room getting everybody on the same page. Hey, here we go. Here's our plan. Here's our new script.
Yep.
And instead, that script, well, it's rewritten. Now the defense got to respond.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Drew Phillips making the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Tyler Newbin with the tackle.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back to the well again. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back-to-back carries here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping. They were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Right check.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Giants take possession off their 2nd interception of the game. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now.
Go!
From the 27. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A loss of 12 brings up
Third and long for him here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Donovan Wilson picks it on. And the Cowboys are going to have it down at the 30-yard line. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
On first down, they'll run. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Space to the left. And he has it all the way down to the 8. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space, like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They give it to him up the middle. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A pickup of 4, that brings up 3rd and goal. Three quarters in the books from this one. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here's a give straight up the middle. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Give him only 1 yard on that play, Brock. They're left with 4th and goal at the 4.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for it all.
And he gets in, touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
And this kick was just mishit. It is wide left and no good.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Here's Locke. He's looking deep once again. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, New York! The Giants have cut it to a 3-point game here in the fourth. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
So a field goal would win it for him now, but to do that, they've got to recover this kick. And the Cowboys managed to recover the football. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Well, the good news is, still a decent bit of time left. Maybe a little quick on the draw to dial up that onside kick.
Yeah, you know what happens, Kate, in these moments, right? We've been doing this for a while, and you see my brain just going to overdrive, trying to peel back the layers as to why you would make that decision. And ultimately, I think it's because you don't trust your defense against this offense. That's a big risk to take. And now, unfortunately, you've set this offense up for success.
They'll run here on first down. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Yeah, here we go.
They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go, 46. Yeah, here we go.
From the gun is Prescott. He completes it in traffic. And they take him down right along the 30.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. It's only 2 on the pickup, and it's an interesting call for them now on 4th down. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Yeah, here we go.
Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now.
Coming left is Tracy. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants needing a couple.
Keep going.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Tracy once more. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here he is to throw. He connects with the rookie from LSU. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Giants jump in front late. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30.
Trailing by one score late here, Cade. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah!
Back to throw. Chased out to his right. On target to his back, and we go Dowdle. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield.
Yeah, there we go! Hey, take!
He'll look to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Setting up to pass. Hits his running back. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use.
47. Go. Hey, kill! 26.
Looking to throw it. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Read and react. Gotta read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4. Here he is to throw. And to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. Jason Pinnock picks it. And the Giants make the play that should win them this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go, sack!
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Here we go!
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Let's go!
He'll throw it. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. So that brings up 4th and long.
Come on, set!
Looking to throw. Finds his target, Robinson. And this This one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. So the Giants come away with the win. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must.
I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks, Hermes fur on my feet. I'm a lead. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. We burning up, every time we hear me, we turning up. Every time you see me, I look like bugs. Pound my friends in a big black truck. I'm Vanessa, I like salsa, I'm a dancer, dancer. You pay fees for my big show in Ibiza, for my leisure.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. A return now from the 4. And a solid run back there. He'll... the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Yeah, here we go. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Tyler Newman is there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. They get 22 yards there. First down, Cowboys.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now Dowdle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Dowdle. There he goes, inside the 30. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, 47.
Throwing is Prescott. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. 26.
On 3rd down, Prescott. That is caught at the 3.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you, the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a 1st.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. They were stopped on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Locke out of the shotgun. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. One quarter in the books. It's the Cowboys. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Lock. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Now a give, but here comes a reverse. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. On the ground, here's Tracy. Powering forward. He's in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, Giants.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Yeah! Here we go!
Right back to the fullback. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Isaiah Simmons comes up to end that one.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Man, even the big guy couldn't barrel ahead for just a couple yards and pick up that first. That's really impressive by that defensive front to not only hold up, but to force fourth down.
Here it is on fourth down. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Dallas first down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Yeah, here we go.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. Now a second down throw for Prescott. That's down the field for Lamb. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack. Second down big play attempt falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This a yard short of the record from 65 yards out. And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. And the score remains tied at 7. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Giants.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Let's go.
The run here with Devin Singletary. He'll take this down to the 43. A short pickup there. Here's second and 9. Locked to throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Third down and 9. To throw is Locke. He finds his tight end, Bellinger. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down. They go play action. It's locked. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A second down throw for Locke. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only do they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Tracy now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Locke. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it. He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Locke to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Taking the deep shot here with Robinson.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. It's locked. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
His drive will start on the ground, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. That's complete to Cavante Turpin. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Cavante Turpin. Touchdown, Dallas. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
Locked to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to try it here again. That is caught! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Cowboys.
Now it's Tracy looking to run. Here we go. 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Locke. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
A one-score game late, you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
All right, good effort. Just doesn't work out, but it's not over. Remember, they've still got 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They've got to use them quickly. They've got to get 3 stops, force a punt, and see what happens when the offense gets the ball.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Yeah!
They'll run with Dowdle. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs. Back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball?
Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
Let's go now!
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And he will go all the way. Jalen Hyatt, touchdown, New York.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll run. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he gets this up to the 42. Now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
He's going to take a shot down the field. Going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
He's going to run it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And in this situation, Mike, with time running down, an incompletion here is not the worst thing in the world. Remember, you're already well within scoring range. Now you're just trying to get as close as possible. You can't take a sack, and of course you can't turn it over. So if it's not there, just throw it away.
Pass pulled in by Tracy. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
And with that completion, now it puts them in prime position to win this game, Mike. I mean, at this point, all they have to do, protect the football, put it in a good spot where the kicker feels good about it, and hope your field goal team can be the hero.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
So now, Graham Gano, the veteran, in another pressure spot. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
Play fake. Prescott. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in.
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick. Walk away with the victory.
Hey, it's Paul. I was listening to the album Good luck. You're on your own.
Guess who's back? Back again. She's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Well, look what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue. And it's sticking out, yeah, like a sore thumb. With a forehead that it grew horns from. Still a white jerk. Pulling up in a Chrysler to the cipher with in a light shirt. Lyrical technician, an electrician. Y'all light work. And I don't gotta play pretend. It's you I make believe. And you know I'm here to stay, cause me. If I was to ever take a leave, it would be aspirin to break a feed. If I was to ask for Megan D Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
I'm about to reach in my back, bruh.
like
Abracadabra.
and for my last trick,
Just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
now back in the days of old me, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Take the case of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy.
Yes, I have zero doubts that this whole world's bound to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship bureau's out.
Set me down. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed. Yeah, it's just like y'all have been like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I sound white. I step up to that mic, cock it then. Oh my God, attempt chicken out again.
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
I'm about to reach in my back, bruh.
like
Abracadabra.
and for my last trick,
Just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
break it down.
Sometimes I wonder what the old me'd say
If what?
if he could see the way it is today. He'd probably say that everything is gay.
Like happy.
What's my name? What's my name?
So how many little kids still wanna act like me? I'm a bigger than cacti bee, and that's why these words sting just like you were being attacked by bees in the coop, leaning back my seat. Bumping R. Kelly's favorite group, the black guy. In my Air Max 90s, white tees, walking parental advisory. My transgender cat Siamese identifies as black but acts Chinese. Like a hacky sack I treat the whole world cause I got it at my feet. How can I explain to you that even myself I'm a danger to? I hop on tracks like a kangaroo and say a few things that do to anger you. Dad, if I think that, I'ma say that. Cancel me, what? Okay, that's it. Go ahead, Paul. Quit, snake. You male cross-dresser, fake. And I'll probably get for that, but you can all. In fact, them, Dre, Jimmy, me, you. My own kids that brass. They can off. Them and you are. You two are. Got two. Biggest root paws. What you thought you saw ain't what you saw. Cause you're never gonna see me caught sleeping. See the kidnapping. Never did happen. Like Sherry Papini, Harry Houdini. I vanish into the thin air as I'm leaving like
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
I'm about to reach in my back, bruh.
like
Abracadabra.
and for my last trick,
Just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from Ford Field. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. That's caught downfield by Robinson. will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, New York. You talk about a way to get this one started, Greg. Come on the road, go downfield deep, and put 6 on the board.
You can tell, Mike, this offensive coordinator, he wanted to come out aggressive in this one. Finds himself on the road. What does he do on the first snap? Deep shot, touchdown, strike first.
And this one is blocked. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Right to the air, here's Goff. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. A second down throw for Goff. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's a designed run. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
On second down, Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. A gain there of 15. First down, Detroit.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up?
That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Giants. And that just adds adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick six. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Reynolds now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Now a pass deep for St. Brown. And that is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. It's second down.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
Throwing on second down, Goff. Again, working deep downfield. That's caught! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. And this one is blocked. The Lions called their first timeout. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down is Locke. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Here's first and 10. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it's going to be third down.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. A tough spot here. Third and long. They'll run with Tracy. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line. And fourth down is coming up. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's going to be caught. And he's trying to get to the marker. It's going to depend on the spot. But the first indication that he does not get there. In fact, he did not. It is a stop and a turnover on downs. Two first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. First carry for David Montgomery. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, they go with Montgomery. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Goff with the give to Montgomery.
Isaiah Simmons on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. One more time for Montgomery. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
One of the key factors for having success in the run game, Mike, is winning at the point of attack. And what that means is every play, the linemen and all the blockers, they understand where the back is going to start and then where the back could end up. And having a good understanding of that and how it pertains to the defense is how you gain your advantage to have big plays like this.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Finding space at the 15. And he's going to be taken down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Here's Gibbs. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal.
Tiger, Tiger! Louis.
Now Goff. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
Maverick! Four down.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's in! David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will tie things up here in the first half. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. To throw is Locke. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's locked. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He makes sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up 4th down.
His offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Mike, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's caught left side by Bellinger. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. A big play there on 4th down, good for an even 20. Locked to throw on 1st down. Finding his tight end, Bellinger. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A big play for the Giants. 32 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the give, it's Tracy. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss. Second and 11. Lock. A short one there to Bellinger. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now Lock. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past. But here, you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
And he will get into the end zone. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. Gano on to add the extra point. this one is blocked. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Goff to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go play action with Goff. He's going to look downfield once again. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. He works free, right side. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. When you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense, you get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Open man downfield, that's Neighbors. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Throw it. Lock. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Lock out of the shotgun. This one pulled in by the tight end Bellinger. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
First down, Giants.
Here's Lott. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And we will not have a run back here. The second half starts with a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Ric Flair. Hey, lift. Value 3.
They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Tyler Nubin is there for the stop. Now, Goff. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down.
12.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
I don't think the back was the primary target on this play, but just a great job by the quarterback understanding it's fourth down. I've got to get this ball out of my hand and give our offense a chance at converting, and It's exactly what he's able to do by getting it to his back and letting him pick up the rest.
A run up the gut with Montgomery. And he'll get forward for a couple. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Now he'll run. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. And he's going to have that first down. They didn't want to settle for 3, and now it's first and goal. So these two... An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Marked down at the 6. Second and goal.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
One more time with Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
2-yard pickup brings up third and goal.
Big play coming up. Third and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped. He gets 2 down to the 2-yard line. But now it's fourth down.
A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
Lots of big people. Jumbo set in the game as they go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Montgomery. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Lock to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Give them 14 on that one. First down, Giants.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. They'll run with Tracy. Room up the sideline at the 45. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Really nice job by this running back here, Mike. I don't think this play was blocked particularly well. I think it was a combination of his patience and then his speed around the left side to not only pick up the first down, but pick up good yardage while he was at it.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Lock to throw. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. The Lions called their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll stick to the ground. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
Remember, a field goal takes the lead, but 1st and goal, you're thinking touchdown. You can't lose yards on 1st down. It completely changes your approach now on a goal-to-go situation. Give credit to the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. He'll run, and this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down, taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Here's a big moment for Big Blue. The Giants are going to go for 2.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points.
Ground zero to kick off for New York.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
12. We have an offense. Hey, 76. 76.
Now Goff. Now deep shot for Amon-Ra. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cordell Flock.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So a road win here for the Giants. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory.